Happy Tuesday, third grade. We're back for day two for math, and I hope yesterday went well. I'll be checking in with all of you sometime today. So hopefully when you get that text or FaceTime, you're available. If you're ever not available, guys, you can, I'll try and call you back, okay? And feel free to text or have mom or dad email me too, and we'll make sure that we're able to connect. All right, so today in math, you're going to need your math arithmetic 4, same as yesterday. Have your pencil ready. We are on lesson 106, page 191 to 192. Remember, you do not have to tear it out, so just leave it in your book and have your pencil. Some tips for when we're working through. If things seem easy to you, I highly recommend you pushing pause and doing some problems by yourself, maybe just one or two, and then checking to see if you're getting the same answers that I'm getting. Today's a review day, which is awesome. So we're doing all things that I've taught you over the last couple months that we've been doing since January. Multiplying fractions over here, sorry, is our new thing. But you guys did so well with that. I think we're gonna be great. And let's get started. I'm gonna grab my marker, and who can help me with our multiplying fraction song? So, multiplying fractions is no problem. Top times top, bottom times bottom. The biggest thing we have to remember, guys, when we're multiplying fractions is just checking for reducing when we're done. So let's see if any of these have reducing. I'm gonna step off the screen a little bit so that I'm not blocking, but you'll still be able to hear my voice. All right, so 2 times 3, top times top, what do we get? 2 times 3 is 6, correct. 3 times 4 is 12, very good. All right, looking at this problem, are we able to reduce 6 and 12? Now remember, the first trick I always like to check is, can I count by the top number to get the bottom number? Can I count by 6 to get 12? 6, 12, for sure. So if I can count by the top number to get the bottom number, we're going to divide by the top number. Always try that first. So let's divide by our top number, which is 6. All right, how many 6s can go into 6? 1. Draw my line. How many 6s can go into 12? 2. So my answer is 1/2. The other trick with that one, guys, is if it's ever a double it, right? Like 7 over 14, 8 over 16, 2 over 4. Those are always going to reduce to 1/2. So that's another cool trick if you just want to go straight to the answer. All right, let's look at letter B. So top times top, what are my top two numbers? 1 and 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Can we reduce that one? Can I count by 3 to get 10? No. Factors of 3 are just 1 and 3, so nope, we can't reduce it. 3/10 is my final answer there. Let's go to letter C. Top times top. 1 times 2 is 2. Very good. And 6 times 9 is 54. Okay, so let's check. Can I count by 2s to get 54? Which that's going to take me a long time. But I also know another shortcut. Let's see if I can show our number line up here. Where's 54? Here we go. See if you can see it. It's kind of zooming in there. I'm going to point to it. So here is 54. It's a blue number. We know all numbers that end in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are going to be even. Well, 4 is an even number, so we know 2 can go into both of those. All right, let's see if I can get this back here. Okay, so that makes it really easy for me. If they're even, we know 2 can go into them. So I'm going to divide by 2. Now we said we could count on our fingers so we get to 2. That's going to take us a long time. 2 into 2, that's easy, 1. I would do long division here, okay? So if it's hard for you to cut 54 in half, mentally, some of you can do that, and we'll go over some tricks after I do it with long division. But if it's hard for you to think about that mentally, just do long division. So we'll put 54 inside of our division house, okay? And we're going to divide by 2. Okay, let's see what we get. How many 2's can go into 5? 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract. 5 take away 4 is 1. Bring down our 4. New number is 14. How many 2's can go into 14? 7, that's right. Okay, so 27 is half of 54. Now, if any of you were doing mental math, a good trick is look at the first number. So 5, and this would be a 0, 50. What's half of 50? Half of 50 cents. 25 cents, right? Because 2 quarters makes 50 cents. So if I know half of 50 is 25, and then half of 4 is 2, 25 plus 2 makes 27. That's a little mental trick you can try next time. All right, good job, guys. All right, I'm going to erase this part so it doesn't get in the way of our long division, just in case we need the space here. Okay, so you can see that I did not do all of the multiplying fraction problems. I did that on purpose because I want you to try some of those on the front on your own, okay? Following along, seeing how you do. Remember, if any of them are tricky, circle it, and I can help you with that on our call. All right, so let's go to letter 2A. It's also on the front. This is a long division, but what does it say, friends? Divide and check. So we are going to check it when we're finished. All right, I'm going to grab a black marker here, and let's go ahead and do this. Now, if I'm dividing by 9, who can remember what I'm going to need to know if I'm dividing by 9? I got to know my 9s, right? My multiples of 9. So right over here, I'm going to write them. I might have to make this a little smaller too. Let's count by 9s. Here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, I'm going to cut it on the side here, 63, 72, 81, and 90. Remember our cool trick for the 9s. You can count backwards, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then if I put a 0 here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's kind of a fun way if you're forgetting your 9 multiplication facts. I want to remind you guys that if you get on IXL, there's a whole section on practicing your multiplication facts. Definitely spend some time doing that. This is really the next couple weeks, I want to see how fast you guys can get on your multiplying. Okay, so here we go. How many 9s can go into 5? Can 9 kids go into 5 desks? No, so we put an X on top. Can 9 kids fit into 53 desks? Yes. Let's go down and find a number close to 53. That's close, but it goes over. So we're going to have to stick with 45. How many 9? 9 times what makes 45? 9 times 5. So we're going to put 5 on the top. That's our guess. 9 times 5 is 45. Now be careful here, because where I notice kids make mistakes is we subtract backwards. So instead of saying 3 minus 5, we do 5 minus 3, and a lot of kids put what here? 2. So make sure, bigger bottom, better borrow. I'm going to go to my 5, cross it out, make a 4, and my 3 becomes a 13, and now I can do it. What's 13 minus 5? 8. Good job. Let's bring down our 0, and now my new number is 80. Looking at my 9s, how many 9s can go into 80? There we go, 72, and that is 8, so I'm going to put that on top. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract. Same thing here, don't put a 2, right? It's not 2 minus 0, it's 0 minus 2. Cross out my 8, make it a 7, and my 0 becomes a 10. 10 take away 2 is 8. And I need to bring down my 6, bring it straight down. My new number is 86. Let's find something close to 86. Oh, 81, that's really close, huh? How many 9s does it take to make 81? 9. So that's going to be our final number on top. Remember, our lines on top help us to know when we're going to be done with our problem. Okay, so 9 times 9 is 81. Subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5. Good job. Now, what do I do with that 5? Did it ask us to put the remainder as a fraction? It didn't. So all we're going to do is write remainder 5. Okay, here's our part. I wish one of you were there. I can imagine all your hands being raised. I want to check, Miss Roach, I want to check. So if you want to pause the video, check it, see if you get it right, and then we can come back and check it together. So go ahead and pause if you'd like. All right, here we go. Let's check and see what we got. So remember when we're checking, friends, my quotient, which is on top, 589, we're going to multiply that times 9. I'm going to grab a different marker. That one's a little light, I think. Okay, so I'm going to write that out. 589 times 9, and we'll see what we get. Here we go. 9 times 9 is 81. Make sure you don't write 18, 81. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 plus 8 is 80. Put my 0, 8 on top. There's my 80. 9 times 5 is 45. 45 plus 8 is 53. All right, and now all I have to do is add my little remainder here. So I'm going to bring that down, plus 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 0 plus nothing, 0. 3 plus nothing, 3. 5 plus nothing, 5. 5,306 matches 5,306. So we got it right. Good job, you guys, especially if you did that on your own. That's awesome. All right, are we ready to do some subtracting of fractions? Here we are. Okay, so our big thing to remember, now this is review, but it still takes time to remember it. Check on our time here. Okay, we need to make sure the bottom numbers match. So I'm going to look at my bottom numbers. Do they match? They don't. So when they don't match, what do? Let's count do, because we're looking for our least common denominator. If I count by 3, 3, 6, and 6, that matches. So we can automatically make it a 6. Now, this one's already a 6, so I'm just going to bring it over. This one is not a 6, so we do have to change it by multiplying. So 3 times what will get me 6? 3 times 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 2 times 2 is 4. And now I can subtract, and thank goodness we have enough on here, right? Because can I do 4, 6 minus 1, 6? Yes. You don't need to go to the 4 to borrow, okay? If we had switched these, then we would have had to if it was 1, 6 minus 4, 6. But luckily the 4 is on top. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Denominator, remember, always stays the same. 4 take away 3 is 1. Am I finished? Looks good to me. You're right. What do we need to do? We need to reduce it. Can I count by 3 to get 6? Yes. Let's divide by 3. Divide by 3. And my answer is going to be 1 and 1/2. Good job, you guys. All right. I was hoping we would have time to do this last one, but it looks like we're not. So I'm going to get us started, and then I'm going to check in with you and see if you guys get this right on your own, okay? So the big thing here is the bottom numbers don't match. We can turn them into 6s because 2, 4, 6, right? 2 times what makes 6? 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, now this is where the challenge comes in. I cannot take 5 from 3. You're going to have to cross out that 21, make it a 20, and add and give another fraction to the 3, 6 to give them more. I want you to try it. The first thing I'm going to ask in math is, what did you get on 3E? Okay? The rest of them, do what you can, and I'll be checking in with you. All right, see you tomorrow, guys.